Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Looplearning. This is the next video in the series. We are making personal expense management system. In this video, we will continue with the user interface. In the last video, I made one form, expenses form, and there was a lot of VB coding we used for this. So if you haven't watched, I would suggest that you do. If you haven't watched the entire series, I would suggest that you start from the start so you get the idea what exactly we are building. In this video, as I said, we'll continue with the user interface, which means we'll make a skeleton of the login form, a main form, background form, dashboard, etc. So only the skeleton would be done. No coding is or going to be done in this video. If you're interested, you should watch until the end so you get to know what exactly we're building. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In any case, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. One more thing, to support me, to support this channel, so I can continue making these videos. If you can become a member, just clicking on a membership button or join button, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Right, so let's move on and let's continue now. As I said, three forms, skeleton, very quickly. But before I begin, let me show you what exactly we are going to build. So this is what I demonstrated in the start of this series. If you remember in the first video, that this will be our kind of main dashboard form. All right, but obviously it will not be exactly same. There will be some changes I already thought about, which I will embed, but it will be like 90% exactly same. All right. Now let's move ahead and let's go to access and let's uh, design actually. So I'm going to copy the existing form and I'm going to paste it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a background form. All right. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to get rid of everything in here, and these buttons also. But before I do that, I'll go to the VB editor for these buttons and I'll get rid of the code behind it. All right. So here we go. And I'm going to minimize a little bit. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the VB editor, onload event, code, code builder. And here we are. And I'm going to say do cmd dot maximize, because what I want is I want the background to be open in the entire screen. All right. So if we'll go to the form view now you can see that it is opening in the full background. The other thing I want to do is I want to get rid of this X sign from here, and I'm going to change the caption from user form to something like welcome to, or something like that, a message for welcome. And the first thing I'm going to do is caption will be like loop personal expense management system. All right, great. And I'm going to switch off the control box to no. Now if I will go, now it is a bit more cleaner. There's no icon here, there's no X. The caption is great and it is very nice, clear, clean. Great. So one form is done. Now let's move on to the second form, which is the login form. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy categories form, and this is the easiest one to copy, and I'm going to make it as login F. So right click login F and design view. And again, I'm going to keep these two buttons, but I'll change their names. And because this is a login form, I need two text boxes for username and password. So I'm going to get rid of the third one. And I'm going to do a little bit of formatting. First thing I'm going to do is make them unbound. All right. And then I'm going to unbound this form as well. And we'll go to the format tab and I'm going to change the caption to sign in, something like that. Sign in. Well, whatever. You can change the caption, you can write it whatever you want. There you go. And then I'm going to actually work on these two text boxes a little bit. So first, let's remove the layout. Let's bring this caption on the top here so we can make them look a little nicer. And I'm going to top margin. It should be 0 in this case. And the 9 should be the text size or font size. There you go. Okay, that should do. And I'm going to move this a little bit here. Why? Because I want to bring the label right on the top for password. And I'm going to click here, format painter, and there you go. Again, I'm going to minimize the height. That is to minimize. Here we go. So here we'll say password, and here we will say username or user ID, whatever. Okay, this seems to be a locked field, so we'll go to data tab. Enabled, yes. Locked, no. And I'm also going to change the names. So we'll say txt user and txt password. All right, there you go. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. I'm going to change the background of this text box. All right, so that's done. Now the next thing is I'm going to actually bring these buttons. Now we are going to work on these buttons. All right, so we'll change this button to login or sign in, whatever you prefer, and this to cancel. All right, so just to exit the database. Great. We'll select move in here. Okay, so as I said, we're going to go to the VB code behind these buttons, get rid of it, and I'm going to change the name from btn create to btn login. All right, and btn cancel. Okay, so we have done a lot of modification. Now let's go and see how it looks like in the form view. Here we go, form view. All right, okay, fine. Password. All right, we need to change this. It should be in the asterisk, the typical password characters, asterisk signs. So how do we do that? We'll go to the data tab, input mask, dot dot dot. The first thing is password. There you go. Now if we'll go back, there you go. Now we have asterisk. All right, that's great. Now, what I would like to do is let's save it. Whenever this form is open, background, and remember, this form will only open once when user will double click on the application icon, launch it, and this is the first form it will open. So that means if the user is opening a form or application, this will appear and the user should log on as well. So therefore, um, I want the system to appear or show the login form. All right, so right click design view and event tab, onload event, dot dot dot, and in here I'll say do cmd dot open form, and the form will be um, login f. That's the name. Why did I forget? Okay, now if we will open the background form, there you go, login form appears at the same time. One thing I want to change is I want to remove the x sign from here. So let's go ahead and do that. Format tab, and that is by turning off the control box we can get rid of it. All right, now if we'll go to the background again, there you go, no more x sign here. Great, so we have done half of it. The remaining half is actually about making the main form, which means this is the form. So let's go ahead and work on that. So I'm going to copy login form and I'm going to paste it and I'm going to name it main. Right click design view, and I'm going to get rid of everything essentially right now, and I'm going to change the height and width of the form as well. Now if I will open, this is how it looks like. I'm going to bring back not required x. I thought I will bring back the x here, but it's not required. We might have to change the size again a little bit. Let's say height and width. All right, there we go. So now let's bring some objects or elements on this form, because what we want essentially, we want to this form to look something like this. So that's what we will bring it back. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring a line here so we can segregate. So we'll go to the form design, we'll take the line, I'll press shift on the keyboard so we can have straight line, and I'll change the back or the color of the line. No, that's too light, a little bit darker. Okay, that's fine. Now for the side menu, I will take the rectangle. So we'll go to the form design, and this is the rectangle. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to drag and drop in here. Again, I'm going to change the color. There's a little bit of gap I can see. So this is a bit tedious. Okay, so just stay with me, because there'll be a lot of back and forth. I'll be changing things, I'll be drawing things. It's a little bit tedious, but we have to do it. This line seems to be not straight. Yeah, height. Okay, now it's straight. There you go. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring some buttons here, these buttons. So we'll go to the form design, button, and cancel, and format. Let's say this. No, actually, I want to get rid of the shape outline. I want to have lighter color, and the text size will be 10. And I'm going to change the caption to manage expenses. And I'm going to change the font as well. The font should be Calibri. I think that should do. There you go. Now the let's copy this, paste a couple of times because we have many buttons. Next one is manage users, manage expense categories, manage expense categories, manage users, manage budget, manage reports, not manage budget, manage budget, and then reports. Okay, now that's enough. I think shape outline should be transparent. And if we'll go to the form view, yeah, it's coming up all together. Great. We might have to reduce the width. I think width is a little bit, it's a little bit wider, so we might have to reduce it. We will see. All right. So our form is coming along nicely. We will go back to Excel just to see uh, are we matching with this? Well, not right now, but definitely we would like to get closer to this shape and form of the axis form. All right. So let's add a label here. So we have added expenses, categories, users, budget, reports. Let's have a little label here, which will be kind of used for welcoming, welcome the user. And I believe that the height is not really appropriate, but we will see later on. We will get the label, and I will just right now I will add it myself. For example, welcome username. So whatever will be the username, we will be printing here, and that will be based on whoever has logged on to the system, and that's what we will be doing. So now we will choose the font Calibri 10 size. That should be enough. We'll go to the format. We will change the background color, and I'll make this in, it's not aligned to the center for some reason. So let's go to the property sheet, format tab, and in here, we will give a top margin. So let's say 0.3. Oh, that's too much. 0.1. Even that is too much. 0.05. All right, that is okay. Great. So we have this label which will be kind of welcome label, and let's remove the outline. So we'll make it fully transparent outline. And now what we will do, we will have a list box. So to get a list box, we'll come here in the form design controls, and in here we will have our list box. Okay, as I said, this form looks a little wider, so we'll reduce the size of it, and I'm going to cancel it for now. And let's give this outline, and it should be 10. The font should be Calibri, and that should be fine. Okay, I will bring these buttons on the top as well just to align so they look nicer. And I'll copy one of the button, and I'll go to, and I'll move it here because we are going to use this button to create new record. So whatever, for example, if I select expense, we will change the caption to create new expense. So, and categories, create new categories, and budget, create new budget, etc. So I hope you got the idea. Next thing I will do is, if I'll go to Excel, we will have these little sections for the information and the graph. So let's go ahead and add some rectangles. Here we go. We'll increase the width. I was saying that width is it looks a little wider, but because of these rectangles, I will increase the width of the form itself. And that's okay, completely fine. All right, so that's done. And now if we will go to the form view, this is how it looks like. Not a prettiest one, but it should work. That's the main important part. It should work. Anyway, so we will go to the label and we will copy and paste in here. Right. That should be okay. Let's make it as black. Okay. You know what is bothering me? This is bothering me. This and this. It looks ugly, to be very honest. But I'm going to adjust it. Definitely, I'm going to refine it, make it more beautify. As of now, I think this is enough. We have made three forms in this video. We made background form, login form, and now this main form, which is going to be a kind of dashboard. The main form I am not liking at the moment, but at least we have a skeleton structure of it. When we come back in the next video, we will refine it further, and we will do a little bit of VBA, and so we can populate some information and data on it. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you have learned something in this video. And let me know in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Smash the like button if you have liked whatever you've seen, and hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.